Alright YouTube, back again today with another do-it-yourself video. I always get hit up for this all the time. As much as I love to take your money, simple, easy re-glue jobs. You don't need to send your shoes to somebody. Hopefully this video can help somebody out that just wants to save some money. Something that doesn't take a whole lot of talent. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to show you how to re-glue some soles. We're doing a pair of 2003 white cements. The midsole on these are still great. My bubbles are still nice and clear. I've kept these things out of high temperatures, out of moisture areas. They've held up pretty well. I'm not ready to do a sole swap on them yet, but they are starting to come unglued. So I'm going to walk you through. What you're going to need is you're going to need Angelus shoe cement. You might need some touch-up paint, depending on how careful you are. I'm gonna throw some matte on these if we end up having to do a repaint. I think today's gonna be pretty easy. You are gonna need a heat gun, and all these products you can get again at angelusdirect.com. It's where I purchase everything. We won't be needing any tape. I don't think we'll be needing anything else. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and heat these up. And you will notice, again, another trick for your air bubbles if they're super yellow is just take a heat gun to them and warm them up just a little bit. Don't hold it too close. It only takes a few seconds and they'll clear right out. I haven't seen any do-it-yourself videos. I've seen some things out there where guys have like masking tape, have some clear coat, bunch of nonsense. Just heat seems to work for me anyways. If anyone else has a better method, go ahead and drop it in my comments, message me. But for the most part, I just take a heat gun to them and they clear right up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna use this heat gun, get it up to temperature. Be careful, you don't wanna heat anything up. You definitely don't wanna heat up your air bubbles to where they're gonna pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat these up and start separating them. Nice and easy process. Just take your time. I use it on this Wagner heat gun. I use it on level 1. It says it gets up to 300 degrees. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start that and I will be right back. I'm already starting to heat these up. I took the insoles out just so I can warm up the inside of the shoe. Just be careful so you're not gonna burn or melt your sock liner. Anything important. Definitely just lightly start heating up around where the midsole and the boot actually meet, and just start warming them up. Taking my time, I'm not looking to get the temperature up too fast on these. Like I said, I don't want to damage any of the existing materials because the soles are still good. I like the white color, the off-white, the yellowing, whatever you want to call it. I really like that look compared to the straight white. I mean, these are back from '03, back when Jordan made quality sneakers. But as you can see, the air bubbles are getting nice and clear just from adding heat to them. I can feel them warming up, so I can imagine they're going to start to separate any minute now. But I'm not going to force it. I don't want to rip my midsoles to cause any tear or any damage to the paint. Like I said, I'm just looking to do an easy re-glue. This is a simple do-it-yourself video, so nothing crazy. I'm just going to continue to take my time, heat these up really well, and just move forward to adding some glue. So as soon as I get these done, I will be right back. Alright, I just about got these up all the way, and I'll show you the quick process of what I've been doing. Just heat the inside, heat around the edges, just like I said, real slow. I'm not forcing anything off, and I just slowly, I don't even like to touch the midsole really because I don't want it to crack. Like I said, these are from '03 and they're still in great conditions. There's no signs of cracking, so I'm just slowly just heating it up and just letting them basically just fall apart. Okay. Nice and clean. Midsoles are still in good shape, which I'm surprised. And a lot of guys are like, oh, 2001, they're not wearable. Man, I just wore these. I was walking in them for about 4 hours straight out in San Jose, Santa Cruz, up on the boardwalk, and just barely started coming unglued. It was hot. So yeah, so these midsoles are still great condition. And I'm not ready to add a fresh pair of white midsoles yet. So they got these almost all the way up to where they need to be, to where they're re-gluable. And like I said, this is just a quick tip because I get a lot of guys that want to send me some shoes, you know, spend 40 bucks in shipping and spend an hour of my time to re-glue some shoes when they can do it yourself. So next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I use these sticks and I prop them up underneath just to keep them separated while the glue sets and dries. But let's get ready to start prepping. I'm gonna need some gloves. These you can get on Angelus's website. I wouldn't recommend doing a swap without them. I like to keep my hands clean. I don't like to spread the glue all over the shoe. So yeah, so basically, like, it's been 10 minutes. They're ready to be glued. So I'm just gonna start applying some glue. And like I said, I used shoe cement from AngelusDirect.com. I think it's under 10 bucks. I'm not really too sure, but it's pretty cheap. And the stuff works really well. I've had a few sole swaps that I rock all the time and haven't had any problems with stuff coming undone. So I'm gonna go ahead and start and get these ready to glue, and I'll be right back. All right, it took me like 10 minutes to get this glue undone. I haven't been at the gym lately, but yeah, be careful. It gets messy and it gets hard to open. But I got it open. I got my product ready to go. So basically what I'm gonna start doing is applying glue to the midsole itself, and then actually to the upper. And then I will use the stick, like I said, to keep it separated while it sets and gets tacky for about 15 to 20 minutes, just depending on how much you apply. You just want to be real careful that you're not going above your leather line where the midsole actually sets. Get it all nice all the way to the top, so it's nice and snug, and it's going to sit just like it came. You know, that way you don't have to go through and clean up anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start applying the glue, and yeah. Not putting a lot on and not overkilling it, just making sure it gets a nice coat. All the way up the side, the midsole, both sides all the way up to the front as much as you can get. Sides, because I want it to sit nice and flush and stick clear up to the edges. The midsole done, I'm just going to go ahead and start applying it around the bottom of the edges. It's like painting a coloring book. Just stay inside the lines. sit. I'm gonna let both sides get real super tacky, and yeah, as I glue the other one. This one's ready to go. Made sure it was all clean and prepped before I started gluing. So again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna apply the glue. Nothing crazy, just a nice coat on the top and the bottom. When I say the top, I'm not talking about the whole boot underneath. I'm just talking around the edges on the bottom, all the way up the sides. Sides of the midsole. Make sure you get all the way to the top without getting it on the outside. Jobs go by so much faster and so much better if you're just careful and take your time. Cleanup work is the worst. Coated top to bottom. I'm going to go ahead and set that underneath there. Like I said, I'm going to wait 15 to 20 minutes for both sides to tack up real nice and easy. That way when I put them together, they bond really well. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'll be right back as soon as it's done. Right, I'm back. It's been about 15 minutes, I would say, give or take. I'm going to go ahead and pull this stick out of here. We're going to see how tacky it is. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just basically put the two back together and make sure that it's on there nice and even, and go ahead and start pushing it together, making sure them sides all the way in. Making sure it goes back exactly the way it came off. You might have to hold it for a couple minutes to make sure that it stays where you need it to. Yeah, I'm a cash out on the AP. No freeze. The coupe sitting nice on some new feet. New sneakers. I took your bitch out the pocket though. She tried to order a sloppy joke. I told her give me some sloppy top. Then let her know she a sloppy hoe. And it should be fine. Sometimes I have to use a little bit of some pressure or hold it with some rubber bands or something like that. But something like this job is just super, super easy. Like I said, it's just pulling the old glue apart, re-gluing it, but I get inboxed all the time for something this small, and I feel like a lot of people can save their money and not have to deal with shipping and all that stuff just to get their shoes re-glued and wearable. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this other one into place now. Oh yeah, this one's nice and sticky. Make sure that it's going all the way down. Got a little bit of glue sticking out there. I'm just putting it back together all the way up to the line. I got a little bit of glue on this one, but nothing crazy. It'll rub right off the minute it dries. So, like I said, just make sure that it goes up all the way to the line, the original line that's on the elephant print. Add some slight pressure. Just keep applying till it eventually just holds and bonds together. And then I'll just let them sit overnight, put the insoles back in, and it doesn't look like I need to do any touch-ups. I've kept this shoe in pretty good condition for I don't know how many years. But I also did the Nike heel tab swap, if everyone's wondering, you know, if it's an 03, how come it has the Nike swoosh on the back instead of the Jordan Jumpman logo. And I will be doing a video too, because I also make the Nike heel tabs, the sandable version. I don't do the whole heel tab because I know a lot of people don't like cut and sew. So I do have the Nike Air logo with the Nike logo piece kit. Do it yourself. In the link below is my website, jsm801.com. You can go there. I got stencils, basically everything you need to do everything that I do. So there you go, guys. It's a simple job. Do it yourself. No need to send your sneakers off to get re-glued. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the box. And if you know, subscribe. Just subscribe. Just push the button to subscribe. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.